Shalom, shalom from the Holy Land here in Jerusalem. It is about 6:35 a.m. here in Jerusalem, which means it's about 11:35 Eastern Time, Wednesday evening back in the States. And I want to say shalom, shalom to all of you. The tour group has arrived. They're here. They have had a short nap, if you will, not a very long night to sleep. They're going to hit the ground running this morning. We'll be on our way to the Mount of Olives, very first place we're going to go, the Mount of Olives. We'll also be down in the Garden of Gethsemane today and several other locations here in the Holy Land. We really want to put a shout out right now, if we could, for www.keto.com, ketowithpaul.com. That's www.ketowithpaul.com. Guys, seriously, the keto diet is something I couldn't keep, but the ingredients in it will help bring about ketosis in your body, speed up that metabolism, help you lose weight, feel great, and check it out at www.ketowithpaul.com. That's www.ketowithpaul.com. With heavy hearts today, we have to say, the death toll now in the Turkey-Syrian mega earthquakes, it was two of them, a 7.8 and a 7.5, 9 hours apart, 100 kilometers apart. The death toll has now reached 15,000. And according to the World Health Organization, it is expected to continue to rise. This is a catastrophe of biblical proportion. And our hearts are just crying out to God, really, for mercy for these folks in Turkey and in Syria. And now, meanwhile, we had two earthquakes here in Israel. About 24 hours ago, we had a 4.1 that hit the Dead Sea and a 3.5 that hit Jerusalem area. Quite, the whole area is shaking and quaking right now. Of course, those two megaquakes that hit were felt in Beirut, Lebanon. They were felt in Ankara, the capital of Turkey. Beirut, Lebanon, of course. Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, all the way into the Gaza Strip. It was felt in Egypt. It was incredible, powerful quake that shook Amman, Jordan was another one that felt this quake. So yeah, these two quakes were powerful. And so tonight, or I should say Thursday night, we will be live. I'll be live here from Israel. It'll be sometime like 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that. But I will go live Thursday night, as always, at 9 p.m. Eastern with Mike from around the world. And boy, we got a lot to talk about, because last Thursday night, he told us that wave, or that cosmic event that hit our solar system on February the 1st/2nd, it was right in there, that he said Thursday night, he told us, he said within 72 hours, you will see. He expected there would probably be a major earthquake and maybe other events, including on the sun. Look for something to happen. Well, the sun did have a major event. Part of the sun's surface broke off, plasma ejection. It broke off and become part of a vortex, a fiery solar vortex off the surface of the sun. It was something that's incredible. Scientists said they don't even know what caused it or how it could happen. Well, I think they do know, but are not going to say that our solar system is being hit with these 17 galactic events, and this was only number 3. And what happened from that one? Well, computer systems were scrambled in different airports across the country. This major breaking off of the surface of the sun into this solar vortex, fiery vortex. And then, of course, the two mega earthquakes, 7.8, 7.5 in Turkey, Syria region. And these two earthquakes happened exactly 72 hours from the time Mike said that. So what does this all mean? And can we expect more catastrophes? And when is the next event going to happen? We've got to find out all this information. And when we say events, what are they specifically? Can we get, because he's basically some type of galactical cosmic wave of energy, but we also know we have some incoming asteroids that we have to deal with. Now, all of this is in the Bible. The Bible says that the sun will become affected in the last days, and even will scorch men with great heat. That's coming, according to the Bible in the book of Revelation. We also know that in the book of Isaiah, the 24th chapter, that the earth is going to reel and rock like a drunkard, and even have a pole shift event. The earth will turn upside down and scatter abroad the inhabitants thereof. In other words, people will be migrating away from very troubled or disastrous areas. And so you're going to see that out of this Turkey-Syria earthquake. There's no question about it. Yeah, 15,000, maybe even as many as 20,000 could end up being casualties in this. But what about the multitudes of people who've lost their homes? There's no infrastructure. It's freezing there. They're outside. The survivors are standing outside with nothing but the shirt on their back. Some of them barefoot, around little tiny campfires, grieving for the loss of their loved ones. There's no hospitals and no electricity working. There's no infrastructure at all. These people will be looking for somewhere else to go. There's no doubt about that. And the Bible says that will happen in Isaiah 24. So we are really dealing with apocalyptic events of biblical proportion. And I've been saying this for nearly 13 years, that these days were coming. As you guys know, I've been warning that the days were coming when men's hearts would fail them for the fear of things coming upon the earth, for the powers of heaven would be shaken, according to the book of Luke. Jesus said it when asked about the signs of the last days. And he said, for there shall be signs in the sun, the moon, the stars, distress of nations with perplexity. The sea and the waves will be roaring, and men's hearts will fail them for fear, for looking after those things coming upon the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. But then they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, he said, I want you to look up, lift up your heads, for your redemption is drawing nigh. Hope is on the way. Well, today we're going to the Mount of Olives, and with I think there's about 53 of us or 54 of us going to the Mount of Olives today, and we're also going to be visiting the place where Jesus looked across the Kidron Valley and began to look at Jerusalem and began to weep, and began to. It says Jesus wept. We're also going to be going to the tomb of Mary, the mother of Christ, where there's a church there. We're going to visit there, as well as the Garden of Gethsemane. And there we're going to be walking through the garden where Christ prayed. His disciples, they spent a lot of time there during his ministry, but especially the night before the night of his apprehension. He was arrested there after praying, and his sweat became as great drops of blood. We're going to be visiting those areas today with the group. Many of these folks have come with me our first time, and they're going to experience the power of the Holy Land. So God bless all of you. I'll be back with more, and of course I will be back live tonight with Mike from around the world. It should be a powerful show. You don't want to miss it on the coming apocalypse. God bless all of you. Heidi says hi, by the way. God bless.